Hier zie ik sowieso. In deze video speel ik deel 7 van deze Gollum. Deze.
He steals our bread. It's ours, and he steals it. And we are so hungry. Yes, we are. Nasty orc lets us starve.
Did you say a name? Speak louder.
But the frail man looks hungry too. He has no bread for us.
Deze.
He's a king, a true king. A king without a crown. What good does he do us?
You're scared. A scared little thing.
Oké, dat was geen goede
Someone
blijkbaar.
used you. Someone deceived you. All I want is one name. One name, and you're free.
Deze.
The frail man always helps us. Lets us eat dirt for him. That's all he ever did.
I can't hear you. Speak up.
Deze.
Smeagol is not a squealer. Better squeal than be silent forever. The frail man. It forced us. It was him.
Ja, pakte die. Oké, ik vind het allemaal prima hoor.
Frail man? Which one of them?
This one.
Him? He barely walks without a cane.
And I ruined your minds without a cane. Now be quiet, little girl. I want to die in silence.
Yes, well, you've said your piece. Open the cage. He goes up with the other ones.
Ik sta niet weer om een keer met stemmen en dat uiteindelijk toch nog iets anders wordt.
Your friend wants to die in silence. So be silent.
All clear. Moving on. Wait, halt. That one's on the list. What? 10, 18, 18, 20. That one's on the list. Are you certain? This one looks like waste. List says it's not. What list? The one that says not to be touched, like squealers and things the eye wants for himself.
Get out then. Back to your cell. We can go. Now.
Ja, ik sta niet weer om een keer met stemmen en dat ik uiteindelijk toch iets anders krijg.
Heard of that list.
Hoef je net zo goed niet te stemmen.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
He spares us. See, my dear, it's all good.
Long live the king.
Silence! Silence!
Hear them?
They let him
He
live.
made it count.
Why him? Now look at that.
Hey, that freak came back from the tower. What? He's back.
What's going on?
Grah! Grah!
Quiet, snuggers.
No bread today for no one until all traitors are dead. He's back.
Give it back.
Look at that.
Give it back.
That must be where we make the Mormac. Right there under the execution chamber. But they won't even let you in there.
Give it back.
Did you really destroy that bridge?
Deze.
We did nothing. They speak lies.
Keep that useless map. I want nothing to do with you.
Misschien moet je dat wel doen, ik weet het niet. Het is echt zo vaag allemaal, maar ja.
The great eye sees us.
The great eye sees us.
Us.
The great eye knows us.
The great eye knows.
subjects per week. Balrat?
Not enough.
See? It's simple maths.
Tell your father we will double our efforts. Long story short, you need to triple your efforts. Whoever finishes first gets his bread. Everyone else, well, none of you will be eager to meet the candleman. Shall we then?
Breeding! Breeding!
My father has many qualities, but forbearance is not among them. And after his little puppy died in your care, shouldn't we spare him any further disappointment? 3 weeks.
Want me to say please? No, you don't. Get in the car. Impressed? Yeah. Our new infantry for the Great War. Lord's army is growing nicely. The Orc is on the rise, and when the Lord has regained his weapon of great power, nothing will stop us. New recruits, follow me. Everyone else, you know what to do. Only one today. Spare me your number. I'll just call you Ugly. Come. Keep your mouth shut, Ugly. Don't want to spoil the Mormac with your spittle. See them down there in the troughs? Yeah, those are our little ones. Don't fall in. Yeah, don't fall in. And here are our feeders. Pull that lever. Simple enough. Now, do that with every feeder you can find. And be quick about it. When you're done, you ride back up and report to the Beastmaster. Kalusha, if I were you, I'd be running. Come on! Hurry, you maggots!
Oh,
All the feeders! Every single one! You heard the master!
So many new orcs.
oh, no. Mijn fout. Ik dacht dat het meer was om tegenaan te rennen.
One meal per cell! Come on! Who wants to eat tonight?
There! Hurry!
You're not done! Done! Get up!
And what's that weapon of great power, we wonders? The precious, of course. That's what the Lord is waiting for. He must have it. He'll eat us, eat all the world. If we had it, nasty orcs couldn't see us. No one could. We could hide forever. 2 left. Or we could make them vanish, my precious. Live in the highest tower, make big armies for ourselves. Make peoples work for us, crawl before us. No one could. We could hide forever.
Daar ga ik niet naartoe.
What's the matter? Out of breath already?
Dan maar weer terug.
One meal per cell. Come on! Who wants to eat tonight? The candleman. God old maggot. Why is he giving the orders? It's our time.
There, quick now.
Last one! Now get back here! Traitors will be traitors. That's mine. You're first. That's unexpected.
Nice bread with juicy maggots.
Traitors will be traitors. That's my experience. Everyone back to their cells! Back to your cells, you vermin!
I've seen them. They're being bred in trenches. Thousands of them, all fed with that horrible liquid.
We need to send word to Oscuria.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
What's the sign say? That's the traitor's mark. They're always traitors. This bread should be mine.
We was fastest.
Oh, you was fastest, huh? Give it to me.
Nice orc.
You hear that? Gollum says, nice orc. I take his bread and he says, thank you, nice orc. That's funny.
Ja, als het mij daar toch slaan of zo. Dus ja, doe maar zo.
Into the tower, into the sewers, to the carts, hide in a crate, and off we goes. Tower, sewer, carts, and off through the gate. The tunnel leads out to the tower, yes?
Yeah, good luck. Say you get to the carts, then what? We check every crate. We will find you. A cart driver, that's what you want. Someone really dumb who's in on your dumb plan.
Is he a cart driver?
No, and you can die without my help.
From the execution chamber into the sewers, but how do we get there? What's this bird mean? Some birdhouse that leads to the chamber? What's he like, the sorcerer in the tower?
Like someone who rips your heart out with his iron claw. But first he will ask you some riddle. And if you don't know the answer, too bad.
Maybe the tower isn't the only way out.
You maggot brain. There is no way out. That's an increase of almost 100 new soldiers.
Yes, But don't expect any more from this lot. Look at them.
I am looking at this one in particular.
The little one? What about him?
My father wonders what's inside this unshapely head, and now I wonder too.
No.
Take him to the tower.
You can't.
I can't.
You can't. He's useful, and I am going to keep him.
Perhaps we should have a look inside your head, Beastmaster. Clearly something vital is missing in there. Balrat, take that slave upstairs.
You'll be fine.
Come on, this way. Get in. Nervous? You're sweating. The Master's just meeting with the mouth
Mouth?
of Sauron, the Lieutenant of the Tower. Following that, the Master's mood can be a little special. You'll see.
What's that in the middle?
It's called none of your business. Balrat! Stay right here. Don't move. Don't touch anything. Balrat! The pincers! Wait until you hear the gong, then go upstairs and do what you're told. Balrat! Yes?
We don't want to wait for gongs, do we? We're right here in the tower, so close to the bridge. Hide in the cart and off we goes. But we can't do that yet, can we? Not without a friendly driver. And we sees no friendly faces here. We don't want to wait for gongs, do we? We're right here in the tower, so close to the bridge. Hide in the cart and off we goes. But we can't do that yet, can we? Not without a friendly driver. And we sees no friendly faces here.
Ja, om dit week hetzelfde zegt, maar oké.
I wish there were more trust between us, like in the good old days. I never much liked that saying, the good old days. Good old this, good old that. I like new things. How long hast thou been overseer down here? Remind me.
We were talking about the Whispers.
Yes, the Whispers. Such a horrific accident in the mines. Naturally, there's talk. And how fast can talk turn to disorder? Thy daughter has a lovely profile. It reminds me of a sponge.
A sponge?
Soaking everything up without question or resistance. Quite unlike her mother. Rejoice, dear friend. I'm just paying compliments.
You don't frighten me.
But why should I want to frighten thee?
I only ever wished there to be friendship between us. You are not my friend.
In that case, you should be frightened.
Should I?
That's what they hurt our hands is with.
Read.
I don't care for your lofty tone. What is this?
Your handwriting. Speaking of lofty tones, I found this quite illuminating.
Who gave you this?
Read it.
I know what it says. I never forget my own words.
Does our Lord?
Art thou trying to threaten me?
I only ever wish there to be friendship between us. Consider the matter dealt with.
Which matter?
The bridge in the mines. And don't ever talk about my family again. Have a good night, Lieutenant.
It already is. What an unexpectedly diverting conversation. I must visit thee more often. Down here in the pits. Relax, dear friend, yes. Thy shoulders are so very hunched.
Come closer. Are you dying of some illness? Come closer.
Ja, ik zie toch niks hier, man.
You must have many questions. Our Lord hates questions. Questions. 3 ways to silence them. Fear, 1 way. 2, a knife. Cut out a tongue. Very effective.
Please, it wasn't us.
Why is your number on the list? You're not strong. You're not wise. Clearly, you're not wise. See? That raises questions. Was the Great Eye mistaken? Certainly not. So why? You weren't the only one behind that act of sabotage. And it certainly wasn't that frail king who had to die for it. At least, not him alone. What's a 3rd way to silence a question? Well, giving an answer. Fear, knife, answer. Which one do you think we should apply?
Answer?
Good. So, what is the answer?
It wasn't us.
Because you were on the list. I know that. You know that. What about everyone else? Good men were buried underneath that bridge, and thus a head must roll. And if it cannot be yours, then whose head shall it be?
He wants us to give him names. Or it's a test.
Deze?
A trick to send Smeagol into the light. Tell him the truth. Masters won't send us to the tower again. Smeagol is on the list.
Deze?
There are other ways to die. He could rip our heart out with his claw. He won't. Someone wants us to live. Someone very high. The Eye wants us to keep our promise.
So?
What if he's testing us? What if he already knows the answer? How would he know?
Deze?
His birds always watches. They tells him everything. Nasty birds. He will know. Must tell him the truth.
I am waiting.
The frail man. It forced us. It was him.
The old desert king. He's dead already. And he wouldn't have done it alone, weak as he was.
He had two friends who helped him, but we don't know their names.
Don't worry. We will find them. Take that as your first lesson. Never leave any witnesses.
Candleman wants us.
Don't call me that. You can go now.
Waiting for my father. Aren't we all? What does he see in you? I really cannot fathom.
Staunchness.
That's a word I haven't heard in a while. Say your prayer, little man.
The Great Eye sees us.
Go on.
The Great Eye knows us.
Good lad.
Gollum, breathing halls, now.
Go. You don't want to make him wait.
This way. Don't want to make him wait. She speaks from experience. These days, Candleman's mood swings like a pendulum.
Yes, and why, we wonders.
It's that daughter of his. She has too many ideas.
There's war, and then there's the war. Which one does this? Say nothing. Don't you make my gentle voice?
Yes, I do.
Why a bridge? That's what I don't understand. Not a crucial bridge either. A little setback, granted, but let's not fool ourselves. It was only a bridge. Thinking about it, maybe you deserve a second chance.
Thank you, my lord.
Come with me. It's time for you to learn how to breed our carrier birds. This is the oven. As far as I understand, it's all about finding the right temperature. Get used to the equipment. In the morning, I want to see results.
But Smeagol doesn't know. He doesn't know how.
Start with the oven. Each egg needs a different temperature. Which egg you choose, that's up to you. That's all I can tell you. Our old breeder would have known more.
Where is it, the old breeder?
Go on. Don't forget to bring my keys when you're done.
Make a fire, yes. How many logs
There's a
do we
question that's been troubling me for years. Maybe
What's
you
that?
can answer.
It makes the
Where
red
does the
tongue
sun
stronger.
Where does the sun go up?
In the east.
No, that's not how it goes.
The sea, the desert.
I'm sorry.
Alika Mustakir. Alika Mustakir.
It's time up the egg. You've got to
No,
put an
let
egg
him
in the
shout.
nest.
Smeagol doesn't know how.
You will figure it out.
What's
I
this?
have trust
Yeah,
in
the old breeder liked to scratch. Hated that noise. Had to take his knife away.
So there's more of these, eh? How does one make a bird? They will put our heads up on spikes for all to see. We won't let them, my dear. We will learn. What's this for, precious?
You forgot the liquid.
Liquid?
You've got to cook the Mormac until it has a colour you like.
What's this for?
What do you think? It's a pot. You fill it with Mormac, then you throw the egg in.
What's this?
The Mormac. It makes the birds smart and strong. White, brown, black. Each of them creates a different kind of bird. White? Oh, I hate white birds. Elf brood.
And now?
Ah, the egg. Into the nest over there. And make sure you have the oven right. Each colour needs a different heat.
It will hatch. It will hatch.
No, it would have already. Must have done something wrong with the oven.
Zo, en ook voor deel, ik hoop dat jullie het leuk vonden en vergeet niet om te liken en te abonneren.